Hello and welcome to my channel, Electra Ladyland. And today I'm doing a different sort of spread. So I'm going to do the light versus shadow spread. I'm just going to show you how it works. So at the top we have number one, the light, and I've got two cards for that. Two came out for that one. On the bottom I've got the shadow. On the left side, number three, I've got light in shadow mix. So this one you read the reversal as well. And this one is shadow in light mix. So in the middle, I've got like the crux of the matter, what is being dealt with here. All right, let's pick a ring. So this person has severely affected their ability to be an emotionally rewarding situation. It could be a relationship or it could be a rewarding career. They couldn't cooperate with emotional intelligence. They couldn't rein in the things that they've done in the past. It's like they couldn't see the repeating pattern that exists on an emotional level, and as a result they've missed out on a new beginning because they just couldn't resolve this emotional baggage. They want to stay in this falseness. Right, can we have a clarifier please on this divine feminine that's not able to, it's just not able to step into feminine energy? Alright, let's check out that one. This person with the Emperor coming up, this person wants to stay in masculine energy even though it's divine feminine. This person cannot relinquish control. Putting them on a path where they can't interact emotionally, they can't negotiate, they can't resolve anything, and they can't step into a new beginning, possibly loving relationships, turn down offers, engagements, or possibly even withdrawn from a karmic contract, marriage, committed situation. Even though I'm getting that from these cards, I'm getting that this opportunity had a lot of depth and a lot of flexibility. You see how these drapes are draping, and the fish is very balanced, very balanced energy, masculine, feminine, and very transformative energy here. There was a lot of movement in this potential, but they couldn't see it. They could not see the potential. I'm getting they couldn't see the wood for the trees. And they could only see their own agenda, which was non-cooperative. So this person could not see beyond their own needs. It's as simple as that. So I'm just going to have a quick look at this one. Scorpion. Disruption, endings and beginnings, transformation, radical change, completion. So through often an intimidating rune, though often to work with, Hagalaz, and I'm getting hag, old hag, aids you in moving through a stormy time and finding growth on the other side. So they couldn't get through the darkness to see the light. It is helpful for shadow work, which they refuse to do, and it's helpful for, and it's best reserved for when you are facing significant struggle. Well, the struggle was that they could not get out of the struggle. They were at home with the struggle. They didn't want to release the burdens, or they just wanted to walk away. They didn't want to work through anything. They didn't want to do any shadow work. So they're their own worst enemy. So write the rune on a natural object like a piece of wood or stone. Carry this in your pocket so you can touch it to receive strength when needed. So this person just couldn't, didn't feel strong in exposing their lack of authenticity. They didn't want to change. They didn't want to reveal the part of themselves, the werewolf, like Jung, the book sort of says, the the kind of animalistic or tendencies. They're natural. We're mammals. We're not our social security number. We're not our digital ID. That's just a modern world imposed on us. We have part of our brains is evolved since we were making fire and nomadic and very early Homo sapiens or even Neanderthal men. That's where we came from. There's part of our brain that still has that tendency to fight or flight. And Jung thinks that it's wise to have a look at it, just to imagine what would we be like if we didn't have to go to court when we challenge someone else. It's good versus evil. It's the weak versus the poor. And shadow work is an important part of growing spiritually. And my last reading was also about a divine masculine that had a lonesome journey that was initially full of fears from ghouls and kraken sea monsters and energy vampires, which turned into pretty much a career as far as I can tell. So so what I'm getting is the divine masculine was able to look at their journey and make good of it, but I'm getting the divine feminine was too stubborn. Yeah, couldn't rein in the light and the darkness, the divine feminine, in order to manifest, which is odd. Because in my last reading I had the divine feminine was able to manifest, but I'm getting here that got here too much in the head. I'm getting here a little bit too immature in the ability to be inspired, and the sword's energy is about communicating. I'm getting a sort of lack of communication here. And that's the wounded warrior energy. It's in reverse. It's like they don't want to see the pain, is what I'm getting here. Let's just have a look what's come up as well. Knight of Swords could be an offer. It's on a cerebral level, so it could be something that was suited to them intellectually. Two of Pentacles is the beginning of growth. It's like they couldn't even see that it was an opportunity to grow. The infinity sign is the sacred geometry here, which is this is change. It's like they couldn't get on the carousel of change. They couldn't even step on it. They just want to stay stuck. And Hermit says that they have withdrawn completely, just live inside the head. Alright, so that's all I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Have I covered all bases here? Have I covered all bases? Okay, I'm just going to pick one more from this deck. So we just have one to close out. This seems a little sad. A little rigid, perhaps. But exposure means change. So when you expose something about yourself that needs to change, it sets off a chain reaction of events, and people will say, oh, well, I thought you were different. And then you have to explain to people that you don't want to be that way anymore. Infinity, there we are. Preserve your power. So, in order to preserve power, people don't want change. Let's just have a quick look at that one. Yeah, don't be afraid to move or change. So this person was afraid of movement and change. This person was not able to take a step in the movement in the direction of infinity. They were not able to move with the flow. Alright, so infinity is a calling for you to know, will, dare, and be silent. this is a potent motto for modern witches and makers of magic, or anyone who wants to experience their deepest potential, which this person did not. Your unique inner magic should be cherished and carefully managed, like the air you blow into a balloon. To make a balloon float, you don't stretch open the neck to show everyone how much air is in it. Instead, you keep blowing until it is full, tie it off with a string, and then, like the person in Infinity, you let it lift and float you to your best self-expression and fullest potential, which did not happen here. Shadow work. The ritual of perspective. So this card means perspective, this way up and this way up. Basically can mean time wasting, coldness, emotional detachment. So it says the colour red, and there's a red balloon there. Dress in red for passion and self-belief, and white for purity and intent and goodness. Climb to a high, safe location, a place where the view is expansive and you can feel fresh air on your face. So be conscious in your choice. So this person was not able to be conscious in their choice. Not completely. So I got that in a position of, I think that one was the light entering the darkness. It may have crossed their mind. It may have crossed their mind, but in the opposing side, where the werewolf was the darkness entering the light, they just weren't comfortable with the idea of infinite potential. Because once you begin to change, where does it stop? If you actually start the journey of change and self-improvement and opening, expanding consciousness, where does it end? It frightens people. And it frightened this divine feminine. They could not open their minds. They were just stuck in this illusion, wearing masks. Remind yourself of your potential to rise above challenges and manifest goals. It was too much challenge for this divine feminine. They just couldn't open their mind enough for things to change, although I think they certainly thought about it, but it was too much work. It's just easier to blow people off or blow off the opportunity. And I say that because it's making reference to blowing up balloons and tying the foot of your bed where your feet rest. There is your path on its way up. Alright, so this person was not able to take a path towards possibly a loving relationship, intellectually fulfilling career, or a collective, I have got here, cooperation. This person could not cooperate with other people. They're on this ever never-ending cycle of having to cover up their lies repeatedly over and over. It's very deeply entrenched with the number 4 here, which is the most stable position, the most rigid position in sacred geometric abstract forms, being the square. And number 2 says they were afraid to move forward and change. Alright, that's all I have for you. I hope this was helpful. So this is towards a divine feminine energy, and this spread is new, and it's about the light and the dark, and it's what came up was the infinity sign for sacred abstract geometry. And it's very important that we allow our energy to flow wherever it needs to go. I'm not saying lose your head, but certainly being in a position where you can readily update your perspective on everything, making incremental changes to suit your life, which is ever changing every millisecond. Instead, they were emotionally disconnected. If you feel that is reverberating for you, it says just blow up a balloon and tie it to the end of your bed and make it red if possible. It's just about to bucket down, so I'm just going to sign off now. So go in love and peace, and I'm just going to enjoy the rain. So here comes the rain. I don't know if that's significant for you, but rain is ever flowing, the water cycle is ever flowing, and we rely on it for our survival. Until the next one.